Video creation is all fun and games until you realize how many technical terms you have to learn in order to show up as your best self. So today we're talking about different video resolutions and formats. Let's get right into it. If you're new here, my name is Liz. I help coaches and consultants add video to their business. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss any of my future content. Now, while you are creating videos, you're going to come across so many different terms and formats and resolutions and acronyms. And some of this stuff can be really overwhelming to you at the beginning of your journey. But today I'm going to help to just simplify some of these terms so that you know how you should save your videos, how you should upload your videos, how you should set your device to film your videos, and how you can actually store them later. Now, a word. This is a video that is meant more for my beginner viewers. Once you've dabbled in video for a couple of weeks or even a couple of months, you'll be perfectly fine with all this information because you will quickly have no choice but to learn it. But if you are just getting started on your video journey and you feel like all of these terms are just jumbled in your head, then be sure to stay tuned. Let's jump right into it. So the first thing to know is the different orientations that your video could be in. I'm sure that you've heard of vertical videos as well as horizontal videos, and they are exactly like what they sound like. The vertical videos are the type that you see on TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. Those are the videos that are going up and down in a vertical format, so lengthwise. On the other hand, there's other social media formats like YouTube, for example, or Facebook or LinkedIn that prefer that you use the horizontal format. So that means, just like the video that you're watching right now, you would shoot your video so that it is lengthwise like this, so horizontal. The other words that you might hear in conjunction with this are portrait or landscape. So when you hear those words, just think about when you are editing a document on your computer. If you check the page settings, you'll see that some of them are set to portrait and some of them are set to landscape. So the portrait videos are the vertical ones and the landscape videos are the horizontal ones. Now let's talk about resolutions. When you are adjusting the settings of your recording device, whether that's your laptop to use your webcam or your smartphone or your DSLR, you'll see that you have a couple different options about how you want to shoot. You can shoot in HD, which is high definition, at 720p, or you can do full HD, full high definition at 1080p, or you can go to 4K, which is ultra high definition. If you see something that says SD, then that's standard definition, which in fact is lower resolution than the 720p. So for a typical video like the one that I'm shooting right now, 720p and 1080 would also be fine. Either one of these are absolutely fine. The 1080p is known to be a little bit more crystal clear quality, so if you have an opportunity to shoot in that, then of course that is going to be a little bit better. But for most screens, there's not going to be a very noticeable difference. But depending on the lighting that you have and all of the other conditions where you are shooting, sometimes the 1080 can be noticeably better. So if you have the opportunity, shoot in 1080. And of course, you can even take that one step better by shooting in 4K, which would be ultra high definition, really crystal clear quality, which is going to be amazing for the viewer to look at. But remember, when the quality of that resolution gets better, your file size is also going to get bigger. So just keep that in mind. If you've got sufficient space and you have a processor that is running quickly and your laptop and your editing device is not all bogged down with all sorts of things, then absolutely shoot in a higher quality. But I would really recommend that you test out the two. Shoot in 1080 and shoot in 4K and then just compare watching back. Upload it to YouTube or upload it to Facebook, just do it privately and watch it back and see whether you notice a noticeable difference. If there is a big difference in your eyes between the 4K and the 1080, there would be a difference, and you think that that difference is actually going to be more pleasing to your viewers, then definitely consider which one you want to use. A lot of it depends on how much storage space you have, how much ability you have to edit with a large file, and a few factors like that. Now we're interrupting this video so that I can remind you to subscribe. I think you should do that first. And if you are interested in getting started with video sooner rather than later, I would like to invite you to join me at my next live free webinar where I'll be outlining 3 simple steps that you can take to get started with video this week. Just look for it in the description below. Now let's get back to our video. You may have also heard terms like short form video and long form video. Again, these are really self-explanatory because it just tells exactly the length of the video that we're talking about. Videos that you sometimes see on Instagram stories, the ones that are between 15 to 60 seconds in length, those are the ones that we consider short form content. Now, it's not just on stories. Even Reels can be that short, TikToks can be that short, YouTube Shorts can be that short. The whole thing about short form videos are they're easy to make because they're shorter, they're easier for your viewer to consume because they're shorter, and all of the social media algorithms love these type of videos. These are the type of videos that people have a tendency to just binge watch while they are scrolling because it is so easy just to watch 10-15 seconds at a time and then move on quickly to the next one. These type of videos are known for helping you with your visibility, mainly because the social platforms are really pushing them out and encouraging people to see them. This is why video coaches like me always encourage brands to start out with short form content. Not only is it easy for a newbie to video to start creating, but it's also the type of video that really helps you to leverage the algorithm and get more visibility to your brand. On the other hand, let's talk about long form video. Those are the videos kind of like this YouTube video or longer live streams or webinars, masterclasses. Now, just an extra word here. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok, even though they're known for short form video, they do allow you to post videos that are many minutes and even up to an hour in length. So you can also find long form video on those platforms. One of the benefits of long form video is that the people who watch your long form content are usually really dialed into your message. A stranger who doesn't know you that well may not sit down and watch you speak for 25 minutes. But somebody who is a warm audience member, who knows your brand, who is interested in your topic and likes the way that you present it, they will sit down and watch you for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour talking about the topic. That means that person is a warm lead. They are really engaged and interested in your topic. So you have an opportunity to move them down the sales funnel and continue to nurture that lead. Hopefully one day they will become a paying customer. So the thing about long form content is you do need more camera experience. It's not easy to just present on camera for 15, 30, 45 minutes without any experience. So you have to work your way up to that level of confidence. And sometimes it requires a little bit of editing around it, just so that you can get it into the right polished production so that you can post it. So you need to know that. But the benefits of this long form content is that it really drives conversion. Short form content is great for brand awareness and visibility, but long form content is the stuff that actually converts people. When people are hanging on to your every word and they are willing to sit there for a longer period of time to hear it, then that person is primed and positioned to really take your message to heart and to consider working with you. So you absolutely need a good mix of short and long form content if you are having a full and robust video strategy. Now let's talk about an acronym called FPS, which is frames per second. You might see this on your recording device, and if you're using your smartphone, as soon as you go to the video setting, you will see there in the corner a setting that allows you to toggle back and forth probably between 30 FPS and 60 FPS. So this means frames per second. Now, how do you decide which you want to use? A lot of this depends on the material that you're shooting. So for a video like this that I'm shooting right now, where I'm mainly stationary, there's not a lot of movement, and I'm just talking to the camera, 30 frames per second is absolutely fine, and that's the recommended setting. On the other hand, if you're shooting video of things like splashing water or bicycle wheels moving or something else that has a lot of movement, if you want to capture that really crystal clear but smooth movement, then you want to shoot with higher frames per second. We see sometimes 90 and 120 and even higher than that frames per second. So depending on the nature of your content is how you're going to choose that setting. But typically most smartphones are just set for 30 frames per second as the default because a lot of us are shooting these type of videos where it just might be minimal movement. You might even be holding your phone in a selfie style and just walking and talking as if you're doing a vlog, for example. And even that would be great with 30 or with 60 frames per second. Now, when we're thinking about video formats, you might have heard of MP4s, MOV, MKV. All of these are accepted video formats. However, the MP4 is the most commonly accepted format. So if you have a video and you need to share that with somebody or upload it somewhere, if you have a way to go online and convert it so that it's an MP4, then that is going to be the easiest for you to share. Almost everybody in the world can accept those. An MOV file is also easy to share. However, MOV files are typically significantly larger. So depending on whether you are using a service to share files or whether you're trying to share it on Google Drive or whatever the case may be, just keep that in mind. There's some systems that won't be able to easily send a very large video file like that. If that's the case, then consider converting your MOV file to an MP4 and then sharing it. There's also another type of video file called an MKV. That's one with a lot of advanced features in it, but the problem with it is that it's not actually compatible for a lot of people to use with their systems. So if you try sending somebody an MKV file and they can't open it and they're not really sure what to do with it, then of course you can convert that to an MP4. So if you like this video, I hope that you will give it a like, share it off with one of your friends. Don't forget to subscribe because every single Tuesday I release a new video teaching you how you can add video to your business. So until next time, take care.